Hello everybody, Dragon King Mark here, and welcome to, well, the finale of Bastion. Last we left off, we beat the game, we chose the restoration ending, and we started a new game plus, which takes place immediately afterward. We found out the horrid truth is that literally this all just happens again. Rook's just only, I think, briefly thinks he has like a sense of deja vu. And there's a bit of dialogue changes, like I think I've told this story 1,000 times already, implying that maybe the restoration ending, they may have done it before and it just really didn't work. Now, as you can see, literally I fixed up everything, got everything up to max. The forge got everything up to max. The shrine, all the Pantheon. I managed this time to keep our little baby pecker here safe.
Part of the rippling walls floated by, so I caught the kid's old knapsack.
As well as these. Speaking of, you may have noticed these history books. I found this out shortly afterwards. If you complete the game and try New Game Plus, you immediately gain access to the Stranger's Dream DLC, which was already installed into the game. So there's that. Also, I fully upgraded to level 10. Real oil. And leech aid.
Stay absinthe is like drinking a cool breeze. Just don't go spitting needles everywhere.
And the memorial. Off screen, I got everything else, but I saved this one for last. There's an achievement.
The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild. Never thought I'd see that thing completed. Not in this life.
Well, you did now, Rux. You did now. Don't have anything to upgrade in the forge. I think I'll take this, just for memento's sake. Nothing in the distillery I can use. Keeping my same loadout because I want to. That's a lot of supplies under there. Now.
Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over.
The Tassel Terminals. As you can see, I've already completed every other challenge. Except this.
Mancer Observatory. Now there's a sneaky place. Overlooking the Tassel Terminals themselves.
Let's try it again this time. I think you can letting any of the things take the conductors take damage without. You can only do it on New Game Plus.
The Ura probably didn't know they were being watched from Mancer Observatory. It was the perfect spot to test something no one's meant to know about.
The Calamity Cannon.
Only trouble was something about the place drove the windbags crazy. Hefty thing like that takes getting used to. Gotta point her in the right direction.
Yeah, when you have that lock-on ability, this thing just becomes gravy.
Whatever gets in her way is in the world for her, but she ain't the fastest thing.
Believe me, fully upgrade the blast radius on this thing and you're a monster. I think this was what I used to complete this thing last time. Actually, when I played it on the 360.
Well, that experiment was a rousing success.
Oh my god, that felt so good. Something burnt. Calamity rockets. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think I might do an extra episode after this just to, take care of the who knows where with the stranger, because that's a DLC in of itself. That's like an episode in of itself. 30 rounds from A to Z. Just seriously. I only got, I think, up to R before my game crashed.
If only the Mansers could have seen the kid playing around with their favorite toy.
Also, something I found out on TV tropes is that the kid is seriously badass. I mean, think about it. Not only is he fought off against the creatures of the wild and even the Aura single-handedly, he's pretty much more badass because he's upgraded all the weapons and basically proven he's just as badass as all the guilds combined. Maybe that might be the reason as to why he got on second term of the Rippling Walls. Calamity rockets. I generally prefer the... I'm going to actually see if this is good.
The Tazzle Terminals. All that's left of the Ura civilization. And the last stop on his little journey.
Once you're into this area, there's no turning back. You ready? Yeah. And this time, we're changing fate. What do you guys think? Do you think I should attempt to do a, do you think I should make a bonus video at the end of this?
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. Got his lifelong friend to keep him company.
Yeah, I do. There's no real XP be earned anymore.
Hit the Tazzle Terminals hardest of all. You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the Calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting.
I love this song. Kind of fits how desperate the Aura are.
You know what's funny?
Holy shit!
Here waiting.
Dude.
Oh, waiting.
Okay, Calamity Rockets, I love your right now.
Look around. There's not much left to do here at Bastion, I'm afraid. But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right?
That thing's actually really useful.
There's something I want you to understand. When a kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. What happens to Zolf will no longer matter. This disease near our planet here will go away.
Now I remember what was the thing I used. Blast radius.
Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right. Problem is, we'll all be gone.
We'll all be gone. Basically, it'll mean that they won't remember anything after this.
Oh, we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop.
Which basically means that even if they reset, basically it resets the Bastion will reset everything, like as if nothing
Things
ever
will go
happened.
back to the way they used to be. That's the power of the Bastion. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity, the way things were before this story. You be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way. Setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at him.
I don't know why I'm killing these guys anymore. I mean, I don't really need to level up.
Anyone you've ever hurt. Everything you've ever done. You could do it over. Wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree? Well, I guess there's nothing more to say.
From what I understand from... Oh, right, I forgot.
Who am I kidding?
It's like I said, Rux believes that the world is half empty. Because, well...
Look. There's something else. A confession. How come I know so much about the Bastion? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point. There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time.
You can't test it.
You can't test it. So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing? The answer is... I don't know.
But we do. Since we already beat the game and are doing a new game plus, we find out that the Bastion doesn't stop the calamity, it just happens again. Even if they step back in time, there's no way there's like a ripple effect that they'll remember what happened, that they could prevent it. It can't.
You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's alright. I can tell. Why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. Stick around.
According to that statement, apparently he's contemplating suicide for what he's done. Well, given everything he's done, I can understand why. But
the weight of the calamity, it's on our shoulders. You can't just let it go.
Maybe that's not the point, Rux. Maybe you just gotta live with it.
Bastion does have another function. Strictly speaking, if ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here.
Just feel like I clear the way. Graver Gullet. Oh man. I wonder if there's a thing for here. Careful.
Of course, that would mean no going back. Ever. But then again, that way all of us could leave the city. Together.
Understandably, find a new home. Maybe go to the motherland.
You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you?
No, they're not. And I don't plan on either.
Zolf and the Ura. All they want now is to see the Bastion fall.
Bottom feeders.
Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Caelondia.
But that went out the window when he found out the Sails were planning on double-crossing his people. Then again, I just realized that Calamity is kind of like the WMDs and nukes of our world. A last resort tactic, but still just as dangerous.
I can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out.
I can. It's what we do. More people would do.
Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid.
He doesn't really care about hurting Zia or the kid. He just wants to see Bastion and Rooks fall. Give me the shard.
This ain't a personal matter. It ain't a simple matter of pride either. One thing's for sure. The Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zulf all the way home.
Zulf! Last time we chose to take him with us, and the Aura still saw us as a worthy opponent, and let us go. We can move on, but we leave Zulf to his fate. And yet, I just can't let him leave. I can't leave him like this. Sure, he wants revenge, but...
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zulf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright.
I actually think that the second one, that there's the,
Although, after talking it over like this, guess I'm beginning to have my doubts.
I think even he realizes what... I think even he's starting to realize something. I think if you choose to fight all the Aura, the song is, I think, still the same, but like, it's like literally Zulf singing his funeral theme. Something I also kind of realize is the fact that should be right now they're starting to realize it. They're actually backing off. Apparently, from what I read on TV tropes, it seems that the Aura see the kid right now as a worthy opponent. From what I remember, I think if you choose to fight, you hear the song is a bit different. I think it's Zulf singing his funeral theme.
Kid's probably dealt with Zulf by now.
But from what I understand, not many people choose to abandon Zulf.
Myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days?
All right, we're at the end.
Hey, kid. Get up, kid.
Come on.
Come on, that ain't funny. I said get up.
Besides, this gives me a chance to...
That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see. Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. Good to see you.
Restoration. What will it feel like when the Bastion fixes everything? I never got a chance to look those over, sorry, so this is my second attempt.
You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you.
Sorry, I hate this stupid headphone. Evacuation. If you can go anywhere, would you go back or somewhere else?
Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore.
This kind of implies that Rooks and for what he said to Zia, I won't stay here long. I guess it implies that he might actually if we choose to evacuate, we don't know how long he'll stay before he attempts to off himself for what he's done. He never learned the whole truth, did he?
Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him.
Yeah. Marshal's badge. At the end of their careers, the Marshals used to return their badges to the city.
You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it.
No kidding! I'm the most badass kid ever! Pecker Nest. The windbags, the beasts of the wild, the Ura. They fought so hard to stop this moment.
Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now.
I know. But what's the point if it just happens again?
Just go with your gut. You'll do the right thing.
Just feel like I'd say that.
You made it.
Again, every time I hear Zia's voice other from her singing, I just love it. Do you think this is gonna work? What do you think I should do?
So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
Yeah, I know, Zia. Evacuation. If you can go anywhere you wanted, where would you go?
If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world.
Fair enough. His own people turned on him when his plan to destroy the Bastion faltered.
Zolf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed.
Yeah. But you really can't fault Zolf. I mean, the sales really did want this, and from what I remember from Zia's Who Knows Where, apparently Zia's, I guess, well, would-be boyfriend unwillingly instigated the calamity, because by forcing Ven to work with the Mancers, he inadvertently helped Ven set off the Chin reaction that would eventually cause the calamity. Because remember, Ven told Zia to leave, hide in her home. The next morning she found the whole world was just gone. Ura Sigil. They were very brave, but there was nothing left for them but their revenge.
When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up.
Man. I do not want to know what the Ura were going to do to her. Isn't there some moment in your life you wish you could go back to?
Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before.
Well, given what happened with Zia, I can honestly understand. I mean, being called an Ura spy, not being told about her heritage, and her boyfriend selling her out to the city, forcing her father to work with the Mancers and inadvertently starting the calamity up, I'd agree. Alright. The monument. We got a choice here. The last time we chose restoration, we set the whole world back in time. We didn't stop, but we couldn't stop the calamity this time. All we just did was just kept going. And eventually it all happened again. Evacuation, however.
Ready to get this over with?
We've seen what happens to the world. New Game Plus takes place directly after Restoration. Meaning, no matter how many times we reset the world, no matter how many times we restore it, it's just gonna keep happening. We can reset this world as many times as we want, but we can't change the fact that this is gonna happen again and again and again. I think, for the good of everyone, we gotta move on. We gotta evacuate. Find a new home to call home. Learn from our mistakes this time. And start anew. The beginning. Notice that there's an achievement for that. I think this was the true ending.
Oh, mother. And here I figured you'd had enough of me by now. You could have undone the calamity itself. But instead you want to stay in a world like this. I gotta admit, kid, I ain't yet put much thought in that idea of carrying on with you here. Wherever we please. And if anyone's left out there, I sure would like to see the look in their faces when we dock this thing right on that doorstep. Getting ahead of myself, though. I'm gonna need a first mate. What do you say?
Notice at the end, the beginning, that's an achievement. I think the creators intended for this ending to be the canon. I mean, the first time you tried Restoration to see where it goes, just to complete the game. And the second time you play around with New Game Plus, you get this ending. Ah, Logan Cunningham. Given everything the kids went through, he earned that nap. Aww, he's so tired. But seriously, given everything we went through, he's fucking earned that nap. I wonder how long he's gonna be asleep for, like a week? There's the baby scoring Zolf. I guess Zolf's gonna take a bit more time to atone for what he's done. Well, he's got that squirt to keep him company. It's got a little apron too! Oh my god, that is so cute! I'm sorry, I'm just gushing right now. And there she is, Zia. She seems a lot happier now. And she's got a new outfit too. Cool. She can finally go wherever she wants. No one's stopping her now. And there's Rux. Holy shit, he looks awesome. I think there's the rippling walls in the background. I think. This is like a friggin' admiral now with that badass cane. But man, I always love this ending. I think it's because of the fact that, well, to me, at least, this game is all about loss. But at the same time, it's overcoming that loss. Like, if you could really, like, go back and fix everything you've done, would you do it? Damn it. Stupid laptop. Look at why it does this. It's like, if you could go back in time, but you wouldn't be able to remember a thing, and you could have the chance of fixing what you wrought, what you brought, what you wronged, would you do it? For some, they would do it, but for others, I guess the real story is you gotta carry on with what you did. carry those sins on your back, those failures, but grow stronger for it. I think this is what this ending is supposed to be. The first ending is trying to go back to change it, go back to a bygone time. But it's just fleeting. You can't stop fate from happening. Whereas this ending is moving on and coming to terms, I guess. But, yeah. I really think, given the fact that they made an achievement to getting this ending, I really believe that they intended for the restoration ending to be done first, and then choose the other ending, choose this ending in New Game Plus. So, I mentioned before about the books that the final Who Knows were. I'm gonna say this right now. That is the longest Who Knows Where I have ever done, and I haven't even completed that one. It's the fact that literally every time I tried, it always would freeze on me during that one part in the game. I really hope that doesn't really happen, because I really want to just keep going. I want to beat that one. Now that I do, however, I think... would you guys like an extra episode to dedicated to that one? Just asking. And that's it, I guess. I really do want to try out the Who Knows Where. If you guys want me to, just send me, a comment or something. Send me if you want to, continue the Who Knows Where. Leaderboards. Stranger's Dream. These are all the people... oh my god. These guys are badasses. They were able to do it with all the idols on. Kid's Dream. 41,318. That was with no idols on. But yeah, that's like the end of Bastion, man. I mean, if you guys really want to go ahead, if you guys want me to go ahead and try out some of the want me to try out the last Who Knows Where, I think I can make a separate episode. Well, if you want me to. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow as an extra episode and then post it. That'd be nice. But that's it. Final thoughts? Bastion! Really awesome game. Love the soundtrack, the story, the plot, the characters, the challenges, the art. I love it all. So, what's going to be next on my Let's Play channel? Well, I do have plans. Don't get me wrong. I mentioned before that if I ever got Transistor, I would immediately be playing it. I intend to keep that promise. Just got one last thing I gotta do here. Till then, I'm Dragon King Mark. Hope you guys enjoy Bastion. Next time? Well, who knows? See yas.